What's up guys, Lil1 here, back here with another video. Today's video we are doing some NBA 2K19 news. So this was something I was trying to do yesterday, but I didn't have the time to. Sorry for uploading not in a few days. I was really busy, I got a tight schedule, but now I'm finally will be able to upload more, and I'll try bringing out some daily uploads for you guys. But I'm just sorry, I was gone for a bit. I had to do some things, but now I'm back, and I'm gonna upload this quick video for you guys. So, I'm gonna be talking about the MyGm/MyLEAGUE blog. I know I'm pretty late on it, but like I said, I had a tight schedule, and I really wanted to talk about it with you guys, so I'm just gonna talk about it. So, look at that green. Okay. But like I was saying, we're gonna be talking about the MyGm/MyLEAGUE blog, specifically about what's gonna happen in MyGm and MyLEAGUE, and what's mainly about gonna change, and the biggest things that they added and things that they've changed, especially things that they peaked. So I'm gonna be doing that right now in this video, so let's get to it. So in 2K19 MyLEAGUE Online, they finally did some things. Look at Wade on fire. They fixed a few things in for an NBA 2K19's MyLEAGUE, which is one, they have full contracts and no more keeper design that they used to have in 2K18. I always found it pretty weird that you had to have a keeper design instead of not having just a regular full contract or whatever. So it is pretty nice that they added that. They also added some timers where you can have live free agency, live NBA drafts, and more, which is what I really like. This makes me really excited if I were to try out some MyLEAGUE Online and post videos about it, because it's really, to me, I really like MyLEAGUE Online. I like playing with friends and compete against each other to win championships, which is what I like about the mode. So they're gonna have timers, which is gonna help out to see. So say you have a Dallas Mavericks GM in your MyLEAGUE Online, but say he's sick. That means you can set a timer for when you guys officially can do the draft, like a live draft or live free agency. A live free agency, I really like that. That means you can sign whoever you can at the time that you have, which is what I really like. You have basically a live free agency with people that is in your league, and you sign the free agents at the moment that you like. And I can just see really big mayhem of LeBron James and those live free agencies, which is pretty cool. It's basically MyLEAGUE when you play offline, except you have the chance to do this stuff in MyLEAGUE Online, which is something fans have been wanting a while for the mode, which is what I really like. Admin users have a little bit of more commands to use now, and it's really more style based when you have your admin, which is what I really like about the mode as well. So that's really something good. They fixed a lot of things with the sliders in terms for an ultimate customization style. For one, they fixed trading sliders for trading to make even more sense. Contract sliders, they fixed that so that way contract sliders can basically players make more sense when they have a contract, then it will be more realistic when it comes to contracts. I always felt like NBA players were a little bit too harsh when it came to contracts and free agency, so the fact that they'll be fixing this in MyLEAGUE and MyGm for this year is absolutely amazing. My thing is, will that happen if you're my career player? Will they give you the money that's realistic after your season or not? So I want to see how that goes. Progression sliders, you can decide how a player progresses, which is what I really like, the fact that they changed it. Basically, if someone is a contender and he's having a great time, you can boost his progression by the progression sliders. Like, either a player progresses fast, or you want them to take a few years to be the best that they can. Which is what I really like, by the way. There's an all-new created player feature, which is what I'm about to get over in the video right now. They have fully customized the shape and size of the skull, which is really good. Fully customized the shape, size, and the prominence of the brow. Select and colorize the eyebrows from a library of choices. Fully customize the eyes by selecting their color and controlling every aspect of the eye and eyelids with sculpting sliders. Fully customize the shape, size, shape, size, angle, and the rotation of the ears. Fully customize the position, width, and prominence of the nose. With 6 unique sculpting skills. Sliders. Fully customize the shape and size of the cheeks. Fully customize the mouth along with the thickness and prominence of the lips or the host of available sculpting sliders. Select and colorize facial hair from 50 unique choices. Fully customized with the width and the prominence of the chin with a set of 5 unique sculpting sliders. Fully customized skin color from a library of choices while also maintaining control over blemishes and discolorations, freckles, and pockmarks. And finally, fully customized shape, hair fades, and also hair patterns Now I'm gonna start talking about the hair patterns. Basically, this was something that they had in 2K14, where you can put on Jumpman logos, check marks, and etc. on the back of the hair. When they took that out in 2K15 through 2K18, so now I'm adding that back in 2K19, something that people really wanted. I think that's a great idea, and that's a great step for this year's game, which is what I really like. There's 2 new different MyGm modes. MyGm The Saga Continues, and traditional MyGm. Traditional MyGm lets you decide whether you want to play old school MyGm, and also The Saga Continues is basically you owning a team in Texas. The owner name is Tex Towers, and he believes in you to be the GM of an expansion team that you make in Texas. And a few appearances will appear, like for instance, I think one character is named Adam Sanderson or something like that. You and him will be going up in a rivalry to see who can win the championship and who can contend the fastest and see who can win the championship first. Which is what I really like. They're basically giving you competition, and a great way to have a MyGm mode with an expansion team that you can control. I really like that. There's 4 different modes: easy, medium, hard, and custom. Easy is basically a relaxation mode. Medium is basically a standard normal mode. Hard is basically difficulty for a real MyGm player and an experienced general manager for a MyGm mode. And customizes, you can customize the sliders for free in your will, just so you can have the most fun with just your own customized sliders. Personally, I really like that change. Next up, there's a new NBA draft format. Or, well, not a new NBA draft format, but something new that they added. So say when you used to get yourself drafted in my career, right? Or you did a MyLEAGUE draft and you tried to find out why that team picked that player for some reason. Like, for instance, you always try to find out why Luka Doncic was picked by the Dallas Mavericks. And now, obviously, I know he was picked by the Atlanta Hawks and was traded for Trae Young. I already know that. But I'm saying the Dallas Mavericks. Why would the Mavericks want him? Well, now with a full new thing that has been added, they have a media analysis. For instance, NBA insiders or just people in the media will now analyze why the team most likely selected them, which is a good and cool feature. Now, I know I'm down by 9, but that's really because I'm mainly focusing on the article and not the gameplay. I'm just checking that out there right now for the video, because mainly I'm just trying to talk about what's going on in the blog and not really about what I'm playing right now in the gameplay. But still, I'll try playing if you guys want me to, please, whatever like. But yeah, new media analysis, it's pretty nice. Now, one of my favorite things that I see in this article is the fact that you can have historical NBA draft classes. They added 1960, 1965, 1969, 1970, 1974, and then the best one, 1976 to 2017. All of the modern NBA. A lot of people's questions right now is, will they have a chance to get Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, and all these guys that don't have a contract with 2K if they can be in the video game? Which is what I really like hearing about. 2K is something that really wants to improve as a franchise, especially as a franchise of making video games of NBA. Especially the fact since they're also the company that is having their 20th anniversary celebration tonight, or well, not tonight, this year. So they want to make sure that this game is great, and they're probably going to do that for the future since they want to listen to their fans and do the best for their game. Which is what I really like what they're doing. So you can make rookie LeBron or rookie Kobe Bryant with those historical draft classes that are pre-made, and you can finally be able to compete against other people with them, which is what I really like. Rookie LeBron, you can see how he progresses, and also you can see how Kobe progresses. Also Shaq, Tim Duncan, all these guys that are greats, you can see how they do, which is what I really like. Now, one really great thing I really like is player mentorships. For instance, say you have JJ Redick and you want him to, and he should be the mentor for Joel Embiid. It would be kind of weird for Joel Embiid to have him as a mentor, mainly because Joel Embiid wants to do that big man stuff, and plus he's a big man of center, while JJ Redick is a shooting guard. And as JJ Redick focuses on shooting, while Joel Embiid focuses on getting to the paint and to the basket, as he's a big man. One thing too, there's 2 examples that are really good that I'll talk about that is mostly interesting to me. For instance, Lonzo Ball and Rajon Rondo, they're on the same team, and they're both point guards. Rajon Rondo can teach Lonzo Ball how to get an ankle breaker or get a lob city passer, which is what I really like. So that's a really good thing. Also, Brandon Ingram in this example that they have of a photo, a screenshot that I won't be able to show, but you guys can see that online if you want to. It's a screenshot of showing Brandon Ingram. He has LeBron as his mentor, and he's trying to learn LeBron's corner specialist. While LeBron has it on bronze, he can help out Brandon Ingram try getting that badge, which is what I really like. So Brandon Ingram can get that as a strength in the future, which is what I really like that they have in the article. Now, another thing I really like is the fact that they have. Another thing that I really like in the article is the new All-Star format. So this past NBA season, we just recently got a new All-Star format, following 2 team captains picking their teams from 14 other All-Stars and conferences from the whole NBA and other conferences, and so they pick their team. I really like the format. A lot of people were making fun of the format, mainly because people knew that the East and the West, and how their comparison, how the West basically has a lot of great NBA players. But I think the East is good too, but I think they're trying to do this All-Star format to see how different it would be if it wasn't East versus West. So here in the example, they have Team Steph and Team Giannis. I guess someone that was controlling the teams decided to have Giannis and Curry, because obviously that would be weird if LeBron wasn't a team captain. But yeah, that's just a weird thing. Another thing that's really interesting in this blog is the fact that they're showing that you can also pick the teams, or if it's not your cup of tea, you can decide to auto draft the teams, which is what I really like. So that's pretty interesting. I really like that. That's a good thing that they added, and that's something that I would like to see again in the future, which is most likely what's going to happen. So yeah. There's a new Summer League format. For instance, there's 3 preliminary games and most likely 2 playoff games. Each team will have 5 games, but depending on how good the team does in the Summer League, they might have more. There's an injury history menu, and that injury history menu basically has the injuries. They show history of players' injuries, like for instance, date injured, projected recovery date, whether the injury is playable or not, what positive effects a protective accessory might have on the injury, and more, which is what I really like. So yeah, that's pretty good. I really like that type of style that they're trying to do, mainly because the injury history menu, say you want to see injuries of Chris Paul, whatever, or Isaiah Thomas, that's something that you could see. So yeah, that's just something really nice. I really like that. I think that's a really good style that they're doing right now, and I would love to see more. So yeah, that's the injury history menu. The draft pick tracking, now they will show picks for 5 years instead of 4. You can change your own rule changes, and new rule changes will be added. For instance, one of the rule changes that they've added is if you're a type of person that want top 16 playoffs to happen in the NBA, well, now 2K is allowing you to have that just for your freely time, which is what I really like. That's something that would be interesting in the NBA to happen, top 16 instead of what all sports have, East versus West. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Another thing is they added something where if you're a team and you battle for a pick, since the 2019 draft lottery is changing up the style, since the top 3 teams have 14% to get the #1 overall pick. In 2K, they decided that for this MyLEAGUE and MyGm mode, they will let you have a chance to do a lottery tournament to see who wins the first overall pick, which is what I really like to see. That's pretty interesting. So teams are battling who didn't make the playoffs have their own tournament, so they can see who has the first overall pick. There's player DNA. So if you're that type of person that makes rosters or draft classes, and you're that person that when you create a character you want somebody to have the same playstyle as another NBA player, well, now you can do that with a brand new thing that they added with player DNA. Basically, you take a DNA of an NBA player and you copy it to a player that you're creating. So that way they have basically the stats of that NBA player. As they progress, they play exactly like that player, which is what I like. One of my friends, or well, not one of my friends, but yeah, one of the people that I'm really close with, he, to me, feels like he plays like a Ben Simmons. So to me, I would like to have him as like a Ben Simmons type player. It was hard in past 2Ks to make him physically feel like a Ben Simmons. It's really nice the fact that now I can make him feel like a Ben Simmons, which is nice. How are you talking about the updated draft lottery? There's more draft picks for trading. They already discussed that with the 5 years. He did mention that already, but he has said that he wants to mention that again, so that way people don't get confused. But yeah, it's 5 years of picks instead of 4, which is what I like. to be honest. User controllable season awards. Basically, season awards now you can decide who wins MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, and Coach of the Year by your decision. And what that means is that basically you have the choice by 3 people that they give you automatically, and you have the chance to pick who's the winner of all those, which is basically how the NBA awards is. I mean, it's nothing really different. My question is, are they gonna have that still at the end of the regular season, or are they gonna do it like the NBA, have you decide at the end of the playoffs, which is pretty interesting. I'd like to know more about that, and in the future when I finally play the game and I give you some info when I do play the game. I'll also be making 2K19 Prelude videos, so you guys can see more about the 2K19 Prelude, which is what I'm gonna do, which is pretty nice. Look at that, and 1! Ha! Amir Seat getting the foul. There's on the fly lineups, for instance. Now it will be easier to use when you're a coach. You can now decide the play style that you want in times of certain situations. For instance, quickness and fast players, the best defenders on your team, the best 3-point shooters, the best free throw shooters, and a full bench lineup. Your tallest players, a custom lineup slot that you can use to make your own on the fly lineup, which is what I really like. So basically you can choose from different styles of lineups if you're that type of player and you want a good lineup so you can outplay the other team, which is what I really like. That's a pretty good thing. I like it. And that's the whole article. However, at the end he has said, P.S. is not the last time you'll hear from me this year, as he has one thing that he also worked on that he's really eager to talk about. He won't obviously tell us that now because he probably wants to keep that eager until the game releases, or he just wants to keep that until a week before. Because a week before the release, remember, there's Run the Neighborhood event, and then the Prelude also came out, which is nice. So I want to see how that goes. This article was made by Eric Bonish. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name if I pronounced your name wrong, but that's the senior producer of the thing. In my opinion, the article is. This is probably one of the best things I've seen in a person that have worked in MyLEAGUE. This is one thing that a lot of fans have been wanting, and to have them add some things that they in real life NBA has. And something that they are changing to make MyLEAGUE and MyGm more exciting. That really gets me ready. A lot of people are saying this is positive, and a lot of people are saying this mode is going to be so much more fun. And I'm just really excited to see what happens when you get to those other modes. I'm waiting for the MyGm blog because that's probably up next, and then they're going to talk about my career and Park probably a week or two before the Prelude comes out. But I know, just peek your eyes out either on Twitter, on Ronnie's Twitter, or on NBA 2K19's Twitter, just so you can keep on track of when they release the information to my team, because that's probably in a week from now. I will say my prediction that the Prelude is coming out August 31st, since it comes out a week before the game releases, which is what they did last year. So I'm predicting that's going to come out August 31st. So that's my prediction. So yeah, hopefully you guys did like the video. Make sure you leave a like and make sure you tell me your opinions below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.